I've been around, I've seen some things, I've moved so fast, you'd better not blink. I've lived and loved, I've loved and lost. When I met you, I sure didn't fall head over heels in love with you. It's all the little things that you do. You pick me up and you stand me tall. When I met you, I sure didn't fall head over heels in love with you. I rush right home when my work day's done, so I can see you and my son. You pick me up and you stand me tall. When I met you, I sure didn't fall head over heels in love with you. It's all the little things that you do. You pick me up and you stand me tall. When I met you, I sure didn't fall head over heels in love with you. Head over heels in love with you. Have good genes too.
Oh man, here we go again. We're going to create change. Make it happen this time. Let's go. Always
Yep.
good vibes.
Afternoon edition.
Get out of your bed.
Good afternoon,
I
everybody.
can feel that it's going to
See
be
everybody
a
here.
good day,
Shout
a
out to
great
you
day.
guys.
Let's go. Always
Here we go.
good vibes.
This
Create
rainy
change.
day going here.
Let's go.
What's
Let's
up,
go.
my friends?
Always
How
good
y'all doing this
vibes.
afternoon?
Let's go. Always good vibes.
Always good vibes. What's up, my friends? Good to see everybody. Man, it is so rainy and nasty here. Kind of stuck in the house. And then, man, I turn on the news and it's some old dumb stuff. So I figured I could come on and do some old dumb stuff. You know what I mean? I can make as much noise as they can. So figured I'd just come on and take up some space and say hi to everybody. Man, it's been a pretty exciting past week. Shout out to brother Tommy, Tommy Kenyon 7. You can find him there if you're within earshot. But just been an outstanding little adventure getting at Guy and Shine started. If you haven't been there, encourage you to go check that out. That's where we'll be doing our together live streams with Guy and Shine, 11 to 1, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Eastern Standard Time, and then gonna have some different time frames and stuff also worked in there. Been having some killer times with brother Gen X, brother Clint, coming on and doing some shared live streams. So that was pretty cool. Just been an all round cool experience, man. Got an Instagram going now for at Guy and Shine. Um, yeah, so pretty cool, man. Just getting our wings stretched and kind of figuring out new things, and of course with the help of brother Tommy, man, he's killer at that stuff. So really helps having that kind of assistance, and for someone that it comes pretty he's done it enough now that it's pretty darn easy for him, so it's cool to have that help, so I just thank him. And hey, pretty hard conquer, what's up? Good to see you. Just here kinda taking up my own space, man. Like I was saying, it's really rainy and nasty out today, and I was like, man, I mean, the TV, it's like nothing I really wanted to watch on there, so it's like, man, I'm gonna come on and hang out with everybody. I'll take up my own space. I never know what I might talk about, but I mean, heck, I just soon hear myself talk as to hear that nonsense on the TV. I made the mistake of turning it on, and I didn't know that there was any type of like cabinet hearing or whatever you call it, or I don't even know what the heck it's called anymore, but the Secretary of Health or whatever was on there, whatever, doing their thing, but they all just sound like nonsense to me. Um, every dang one of them is trying to say some old slick something that's going to get them a viral hit, in my opinion. I just I get so aggravated at it that I just don't even want to hear it. The show must go on. Indeed, man. Well, and it's like, man, I'm not comparing myself to anybody or anything like that, but it's like I just soon come on and take up a little space of my own as listening to that nonsense. If they were talking stuff that like if I didn't feel like all of them was trying to make the next viral video, because in that situation that's not what we need. We don't need that from them. We need them to actually, stick to what actually is happening, and not go with conjecture and the the uh the saying of the week or day or whatever. We need them to just, do their job. Nobody cares about the way they feel. I mean, their friends and stuff do, but as far as their constituents, we don't care about how they feel. At least I don't. I just want them to do their job. They ain't no friends of mine. They ain't never going to be at my dinner table or play cards with me or do anything. So I really don't much care about how they feel. And all of them make they get up there and they pontificate about things, and they want to talk about their stand on things. And it's like, that's not, and that's what this nonsense was this afternoon. Like, man, every one of them just aggravate me, man. They all do. But anyway, it's good vibes for me. I just put them out. I just ignore them. I turn it off and then come in here, do my own thing. I had a little bit of stuff in here to have to do anyway. So it's like, well, it's rained me in and kind of stormy. So I'll just come in and make my own noise. So shout out to Pretty Heart Conqueror. I appreciate you so much for being here. Just kind of taking up the airwaves, man. Getting schedules figured out. My boys back in school, and so is my girl. But they're back in school, and schedules kind of changing up for the season, and you know, gonna start getting dark a little bit earlier. So I'm just kind of taking the easiest way I can say it is I was bored and just wanted to come on and see who might come on and say hi and talk about whatever, and then pass some of this afternoon away, because there is no getting outside at this. Well, I mean, you could if you were a duck, you'd probably really enjoy it, but I just so happens I'm not a duck, so not getting out there. My Bugster, my little beagle dog, my little buddy, he didn't want out there no more, so he come in, sat down. I know he didn't want to listen to that nonsense on the TV, so I found him something different. And then I come in here and got on with you guys. And here I am, drinking Mountain Dew. Mm. But yeah, uh, getting this getting this new channel going and getting new things going. It's funny how it just takes little things to inspire us, ain't it? Um, that little shift in things for me was an inspiration because it's like you from a year ago when I started this channel. This month is my this will be my year. September 18th will be a year. I reached my goals that I wanted to pursue this particular first push, first growth. Hello, Miss Steph. Good to see you. Good vibes. Just on here taking up a little bit of space of my own. Um but yeah, the little inspirations it takes sometimes to shift your brain into a different mode. We've been going with good vibes, me and Shine, and now a little bit of sweet tea, brother Tommy. We have our shared channel, but we've been going with that for a while. And you know, you need these shifts sometimes. I mean, sometimes the best thing to do is stay right where you're at. And then sometimes you need these little shifts to get your brain kind of clicked in on something else. And for me, that's what this little shift did. Um, I don't feel like there's any type of separation in the format, which was most important to me, which was like, we're staying true blue to what we do. We're a little bit ignorant sometimes and everything in a good way, I feel like. And we like to have fun and play music and just enjoy our community and trying to put a community together of like-minded folks. That doesn't mean we all see things exactly the same, but we're good vibes and just connecting and networking, and that's been the best way that Sean and myself and brother Tommy could ever be a part of a community of people and ever be able to offer any type of knowledge or be able to teach anybody anything. It's just like, man, use the network, use what you got, find something you really enjoy. And a lot of things pertain to YouTube because we're on YouTube and a lot of us are trying to grow a channel. A lot of us are trying to figure out exactly what it is that we want to do. And don't forget that it works the same on YouTube as it does in the real world. If all you do is want in the real world but don't go look and fail sometimes, then you really don't get. Well, it's the same thing on here. If all you do is want, but don't put no type of don't make yourself vulnerable in no type of way by not networking, not doing what you could do, then you're robbing yourself of opportunities that you could really have some fun, meet some new people. Like I up until this point, guys, I didn't realize that we could just even hang out on stream. Like it's worth it to me to have the stream yard just so my buddies and I can get on here and hang out. Much less record or live stream. So for me, it's like a win. I feel like it's a win-win. Because that's basically what the show is about. It's about some buddies getting together and hanging out, and you got that's what. And then you have your topics, you have your points, and you have something maybe that's on your mind or something that you're going to talk about, but you never know which direction things may go, and that's because it's real life. And I think that's what people, not necessarily everyone, but I think a lot of folks are sick of the not the fake. It's like, bring me some humor, bring me some realness, make some mistakes and do whatever and make me laugh, make me have a good time. Because I don't mark my page as anything other than entertainment. I'm an entertainment channel. Not necessarily music, not necessarily anything. I ain't no doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, or anything like that. I'm just a dad and a husband, a son, brother, friend, just a dude. And just want to make people maybe have a thought, maybe inspire, or just straight up make somebody laugh. And if that's at the cost of myself, sometimes that's fine. Let's bring humor back. Let's all get, for a few years, a lot of years, man, it seemed like everybody's up in their feelings about every little thing it's said and every little thing it's done. And it's like you can't tell me that they're truly living life with every little thing hurting them like that. Like, get over yourself. Stop. I mean, so for me, it's like bring the humor back, bring the edginess back, bring all that back. If you don't like what's being said, flip. Go on. It's that easy these days. It's not like we're stuck with 3 channels. So that's why I always wonder why anybody would ever take the time to say negative about something, or whatever, or just be a butthole just to take up space. And it's like you got all these other options, and you want to spend your time sending some kind of old dumb email or tweeting about how bad something was. Man, just flip the channel, move on. Live it and move on if you don't like what's being said. Hey, Matiko, what's up, man? Matiko Diller, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Just taking up a little bit of space. I ain't gonna lie, man. It got rained in today, and I come in, and I turn the TV on, and man, it was the whole hearing thing for here in the United States. It was something to do some kind of Congress stuff, and I listened to about 15 minutes of it, and it was like every one of them are just trying to get some kind of slick statement out that's a viral clip or whatever, and you can totally see it. You can totally hear it. And so it's just, I was just like, man, I'm over this. So I just come in here and turn this thing on. It was like, man, I just come in here and make my own noise. I'll take up my own space. They take up space. That's pretty much all they're doing, taking up space. Yeah, man, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Man, it's a Toyota and Tucson Land Cruiser. You are woke. Well, I mean, I am awake. I mean, you are right, and I'll have to push you up for your outstanding, you know, just being able to see that. That's awesome. That is awesome, and I push you up, man. I push you up, and I hope that 16 ain't rusted out yet. You better keep salt rinsed off of it. Good morning to you, man. I like a little bit of joking. As long as you're joking with me and everything, that's good vibes for me. I like it, man. Bring it on. That's fun though. But now I'm probably about the farthest thing from woke. I don't like the I don't even understand exactly what that means. It to me it just means somebody's getting in their feelings and thinks that people care. And they really don't. I think that's what social media has done for people is they've created a society in which that they think that other people really truly do care about their feelings. Man, your friends and stuff probably do, but those people that's giving you the likes and the little teardrops and stuff, they don't give two flying craps about how you feel. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth, man. But shout out to you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. I appreciate you stopping through, man. If you don't mind, hit the like button. Subscribe if you feel so led. If not, just appreciate y'all being here. Got Matiko Dillard in the house. Thank y'all. I appreciate you too, Miss Steph. Thank you for being here. Pretty Hard Conqueror. I see you in the house. Good afternoon. CC and chat. Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. I appreciate you. 7 of you in the house. I appreciate you guys, man, hanging out with me. Got rained in today, so this is one of them wing it Thursdays. But tomorrow, good vibes, 11 to 1 with Guy and Shine. You'll be able to find it at Guy and Shine. You'll also be able to find it here at Creating Change, and also at Tommy Kenyon 7. But we're encouraging everybody to gather at Guy and Shine, because that's where everybody can be in the chat. We obviously really don't care where you want to listen from if you're not interested in being in the chat with everyone. But if you are, then just know that you can find that at Guy and Shine, hit the bell so that you get the notification. So we're encouraging it. We will be streaming it to all channels, but we're encouraging those that want to be a part of the bigger community and be able to speak back and forth and make comments and be able to see what everybody else is saying, and at the same time, then we're encouraging you to go to @GuyandShine to be able to do that and be a part of the bigger community network with your friends and your fellow YouTube creators and consumers. That's one thing I'm proud of about with Guy and Shine is I mean, we've got people with over 100,000 subscribers that come into our little, our little show, and it's not for nothing else other than to just good vibe for a few minutes, say howdy, and support for a minute. And that's really cool. And then you have those that have one or two or five or whatever, or those that don't have that ain't making content at all. They're just on there as consumers, and I'm proud of that. Make it clap for Trump. UNC University, North Carolina. I'm mildly tired. 1, 2, 4, 3. I feel you. Yeah, make it clap for Trump. Hey, man. Right or wrong, the one thing you can say is he's doing what he said he would. And that's all I ask is any of them. I don't care, Republican, Democrat, purple, green, don't matter to me. If you say you're going to do it, do it. I can live with that, man. I mean, you get voted in and everything, then I'm one of those that I'm a patriotic kind of dude. I understand that I'm not going to agree with what all of them do, but once somebody's been elected, I feel like that whole Republican Democrat, once you're elected, I think that when you see people voting right straight down a party line, they're not doing their job, because no matter where, even in my little small town here in Southwest Virginia, well, it's a very small town, but I promise you, there's a lot of different thoughts. There's a lot of different opinions. There's a lot of different things. So there's no way that our representatives should be voting right straight down the line with anything. There should be some type of give and sway according to their constituency. And when you see that right straight down the line, I think it's our jobs as citizens, especially in the United States, I think it's our job to call it out. And I do as best as I can. I mean, I'm with the rest of you guys. Like, I don't have no real platform, but I can promise you, if I ever did have the chance to tell them the same thing, exactly the same thing. Because I just don't feel like that's doing their job. And that goes for Republican, Democrat, whatever. Because you see them all taking a stand. Well, it's not your job to take a stand. It's your job to represent the people that's in your community, and show me one community that everybody feels the same exact way and would expect a straight down the party line vote. Show me one. Show me one. I think it's going to be hard for you to do unless you find like a 1 or 2 person populated community. Otherwise, you're going to have a bunch of different people, bunch of different stuff. Hey, Mr. Harvey, what's up, man? I'll see you there. Good to see you this afternoon. Shout out to you, man. Just a random coming on, hanging out. Just inspired a little bit. With the new stuff we got going on with Guy and Shine, a little sweet tea, but also, kind of got reined in and got tired of listening to the crap on the TV. All they're trying to do, in my personal opinion, Mr. Harvey, Brother Bruce, all of them are trying to get the next viral statement or viral clip, whatever you want to call it. That's how it makes me feel when I listen to the nonsense. Every one of them. They're not really trying to get down to business. They're not really trying to talk about the things that we truly care about. No, they're all going for that next slick statement that gets a viral moment or whatever the hell it's called. And that to me just makes me, I hate it. I don't even want to listen. It's like, I would love to listen to that kind of stuff and hear the information if it was truly if it was about the information, but it's not. It's about who can make the next slick statement. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're all always trying to get some jab in. Like, let me call you a name or call you something that gets the next what, and it's like, I'm over that. I'm just over that. Leave that to the comedians, to the talk show hosts, to the whatever. But for those of people that represent us, they're not our leaders. It's we the people that lead. They're our representatives. And I think that when they're not representing, then there should be consequences. They're not doing their job, and they should also have to live in the place in which that they represent 90% of the time, just like the people that they represent live there. That way they know that community. They feel the oppressions, they feel the wants, they feel the needs. Because, see, hearing it is one thing. See, you can tell me, man, it sucks to be hungry. And I'm telling you, your belly will just feel like you're about to just curl, just cringe in on itself. Well, you can tell me that stuff all day, and you can use some really descriptive words. But until you felt what it's like to truly be hungry, there's no describing it. Well, I know that that's a little extreme, but my point is, if there's a lot of crime, or if there's a lot of shoplifting, or if there's a lot of uh, carjacking, or whatever it is, whatever kind of crime's going on, then it should be no question of your representative as to whether it's happening, because if they were living there and going through it, they would know. They would know. They wouldn't have to get calls from their people. They wouldn't have to rely on liaisons to tell them. No, they'd be living it. And see, then that would be different. And I'm not talking living it with a security detail. Ain't nobody in real life has a security detail where they come from. I mean, whatever, 99% of the people. So it's like, okay, you've got, I get that you got that, but now you've got to take into consideration you've got that cushion. We all don't have that cushion. I could run through a lot of places, I guess, if I wanted to, with security detail, and do a lot of things. Wouldn't worry about it. So that's the kind of stuff that just irks me. It makes me not. It makes me want to call them out. It makes me want to be on here and just talk smack about them. And I openly invite them. So if you're ever coming through and you feel like you need to defend yourself, or would like to come on and debate an issue, then as long as it's about debating an issue and not name calling. See, I feel like you can bring them all to silence just by that one rule. You can toe stump them just by that one rule. Okay, we'll debate the topic, but there's no name calling. There's no you're a fascist, you're a racist, you're a bigot. None of that. Let's debate the issues. Let's talk issues. Let's talk real numbers. Let's not talk conjecture. Let's not talk about how you feel, because nobody really cares about how you feel or I feel. Let's talk real. And see, if you do that, if you set that boundary and they're willing to live by that boundary, I believe you'll find common ground in a lot of things. But see, they'd have to be willing to live by that boundary. No name calling, no conjecture, no, this is how I feel. No, let's talk fact. Because sometimes how you feel ain't fact. Let's just be honest, man. I mean, us as human beings, when we're put into a spot to represent other folks, we have to be person enough to say, man, the way I feel ain't really what my people are asking me for that I represent, because I am only a teeny tiny percent. My little feelings ain't what really matters. I'm supposed to be representing the majority of feelings that I can bring together. I'm supposed to be trying to figure out how to find this common ground. And that's not what's happening. As soon as you start calling names, as soon as you start throwing, you're this or you're that around, Well, now you're not now it's a defense game on both sides, because both sides are going to start feeling like the other one has to get a jab in, and then this one's got to get a jab in. So if you set the boundary of, now there's no name calling on my show, there's no calling people a racist, there's no calling people nonsense names. But if you want to talk facts and you want to talk that kind of stuff, then I think that's how that you find common ground with people. And it's just shameful that these folks are put into these types of positions, and then all of a sudden all that thought goes away, and it's about them. It's like it's become the new Hollywood. It's where they go to get famous. It's not where they go to, I mean, I remember back in the day where, you know, you'd have people I never heard of none of them. Like, I mean, you kind of knew who they were, or maybe heard about them or something, but now they might as well be they might as well be rock stars the way that they're treated. And really that gives them the wrong perception. That gives them the idea that somehow their feelings matter or something. And it's our fault, I guess, that we've put them in that position where they can do that. I don't know. I don't know. But that's just my feeling. See, that may not matter, and that's fine. But that's also why this is called YouTube. You see, it's my world, because this is my YouTube channel. So, see, I get to feel however I want, but does that necessarily mean it's fact? No. I try to come at everything with a common sense, kind of factual based situation, but I'm a human being. So, I can't say that there ain't going to be some of my feelings attached to it, of course. But, my first rule with any type of debate or talk, or you don't call each other names. That ain't that don't work. That don't work. You've made those names not even worthy of just how foul some of them are. Because in my world, a Nazi is a foul individual. A racist is a foul individual. They need to be cast out of society. And when you throw those kind of words around long enough, you start taking from the power in them. Because there was a time not too many years ago that there was a power in something like that being said. Now it's like it's thrown around so much, and it's like we're not getting nowhere like that. You're just calling each other names, but you're not really getting down to what anything that's going to help anything like that. Wherever I go, egos too. Yeah. 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 The egos will get you every time, man. That's indeed and and we all have, we all have to be give and take. That's my biggest thing, is like, you see it even on the TV. It's as easy as if you could just show a picture of like our Congress people. Say they're sitting there, and they all got their little seat. Like, you got Republicans on one side, the Democrats on the other. It's like, do we got to take this back to kindergarten class, Lucy? I said that you're working over here with Tommy and Katie. You're not working with your best friend today. You're working with these friends over here. Well, I don't know them, teacher. Well, that's how you're going to get to know them. You're going to go over here and sit with them. Well, I mean, it starts with that easy. That's simple. Like, y'all act like each other's got the plague or something. Oh, I'm over here on the Democrat side. I'm over here on the Republican side. Oh, come on, man. I mean, do we really need to take it back to kindergarten and start, assigning the seats for them so that they have to sit beside each other and find out that there's no nothing going to jump off of them, and I mean, get real, guys. And then we're supposed to use you guys And in the future, as things for the history books, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Closest thing to history books for me that a lot of them's going to come to is exactly history. Far from my memory, try to put them as far back in my memory as I possibly can. Hey, Miss Patty, good to see you. Hey, guy, just wanted to say hi and good vibe. Always good vibes. I saw you and thought, wait, is it Friday? Yeah, yeah. I just come on. It's rainy here today, man. It's really really stormy, Miss Patty. And I come in, and what made me want to come on, honestly, was I come in and it was like the secretary or whatever, health or whatever, was on there testifying, and then I just got sick of it after about 15 minutes worth of it. And I thought, well, I can come in and make my own noise. I'll just come in and make my own noise. I can't listen to that crap. Because it's all of them trying to make a viral moment. That's what they're trying. That's what everyone that's what every one of them are trying to do. They're trying to be the hit on the news cycle this evening. Basically, this afternoon was their auditions for the Hannity's, the Jesse Waters, the Greg Kellys. They were all auditioning for their moment on that. Is basically what it sounded like to me. Not that there's anything wrong with any of those channels. I have no problem with any of them, whatever. But that's what our Congress people, or whatever you want to call them, our representative, that's what they sounded like today during the hearing. Was each one of them was auditioning to see who could get the viral moment, or who could get the A block on one of those talk shows. And they have that has its place. But man, when we're all trying to like maybe learn something, or trying to truly figure out something, this nonsense with that, they ain't getting us nowhere, man. They're wasting our time. They're wasting taxpayers' dollars. They're wasting their own time. But well, no, I guess for them, in their world, it's about how viral can I go. Uh, will I get to be homecoming queen, I guess, or king? You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it it seems like that's all I hear when I hear them talk anymore. Every one of them, a lot of them anyway. But not that once again, this is YouTube, so this is my world, it's my feelings. Um, but it does irk me when I listen to who's supposed to be our representatives, and they're supposed to be doing a job. And you see them auditioning for the next viral moment. Then for me, that aggravates me, because really it should be truly boring but informational. That type of setting should be truly boring, very low key, but highly educational and informational. That should be the forum in which that is. It should not be set up to be the next viral moment. It shouldn't be set up in that format. It should be a very boring but informational setting where nobody's grandstanding, nobody's doing that kind of stuff, because each one of them have to take their little 2 or 3 minutes, or however long it is. I don't know. It's too long, whatever it is. And they have to try to get their best jab in, or they have to try to blow some sunshine up somebody's butt. Whichever one. It's always one or the other. Either one's trying to get the best jab in and some type of nonsense, or the other one is blowing so much sunshine up their butt that you're like, dude, just get a room. Like, man, let's get down to asking the questions we all want to really know the answer to. Miss Patty says, I agree. We don't need their opinions. Just do your jobs. You get paid very well to not do. I see, like-minded folks. I'm telling you, I agree with you, Miss Patty, because for me, it's not about. I mean, I know that sounds really That sounds really cold and harsh. I know it does, the way I say it. Nobody cares about your feelings. Well, you have friends and family and a psychologist if you need one that can care about your feelings. But as a constituent, as a person asking you to represent me, I really, truly don't care about your personal feelings. Your personal feelings means nothing to me. It's about the feelings of the people you represent, the constituency that you are there to represent, and the very good money and very good perks and the very good per diems that you get to do that. You get paid these big dollars to be professional enough to put that nonsense aside and say, okay, what works best for my community, not my party. Not my party, because I promise you, no matter what community you live in, I probably live in one of the smallest towns there is. But I guarantee you this, there's a hell of a lot of opinions and there's a hell of a lot of different ideas and there's a hell of a lot of different people in it. So you can't tell me that by doing that you're not, you know, neglecting what your real job is. Your real job is to represent everybody. I don't care what party you ran and got the nomination for and then got elected for. I don't care about that. After that, I don't care about that. Now I care about you are there now, whether you ran as a Democrat or a Republican, you are there now to represent everyone. And the only way that you do that is to cross party lines. And is to put that nonsense aside. And the reason you get paid the big money that you get paid is to do that. It's not to take a stand. Ain't nobody wanting to hear that nonsense. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. You got Al Sharpton to take a stand. Okay? Let him do that. Nobody needs another stand taker. What we need is people that really make change, that really create a change. Going up there and taking a stand ain't creating nothing but nonsense in your next viral moment. That's all you're trying to do so that you can be the next big thing on the news cycle that evening or that week. And for me, as just a lowly little citizen, I'm over it. It's like at some point we all need to start calling out, and maybe the call in is that you call your representative and leave the message, I don't care about your feelings. Get to work. How about that? You know what I mean? It's like I tell my kid all the time, like, hey man, it's okay that you don't want to clean your room. It's okay that you don't want to weed eat. Do it anyway. Not want to do it the whole time you're doing it. I don't care if if you're weed eating and you want to not want to do it the whole time that you're weed eating, that's fine with me. I ain't got no problem with that. But you're doing it. That's cool. That's what a man does. That's what a woman does. They do the things they don't have to do or that they have to do even when they don't want to do them. And as a representative, you might be put in a position where as a personal issue, you would vote one way. But as a constituency issue, you're forced to vote another way. See, that's why you get the big bucks. Is so that you can put away your personal stands and you can represent a constituency. Because, see, it's my belief that there's no way that you represent an area for years and every time you vote, it's on one side or the other. Ain't no way. Ain't no way that you're representing your people. There's no way. You're representing a certain portion of those people and neglecting the other portion. You're not doing your job. But anyway, I think that for those of us that are willing to, let our Congress people know or let anybody that wants to know how you feel, I encourage you to do it in a respectful way, but do it. Chop wood. Let's see. Karen Suki. Hello from Ukraine. Hello. Hello, our Ukrainian friend. Thank you. Thank you for being here. My name is Guy. This is Creating Change. Just having a hangout session with all my friends. But I welcome you. Welcome. Everybody's my friend here. Good vibes, always good vibes. I was just talking about here in our country, our representation. Sometimes it's a real joke. Um, Chop wood, carry water. It's all about finding the zone, a little bit of zen in a daily chores and rituals. Absolutely. Absolutely. Having that routine, having a routine is truly important. I like I like random stuff sometimes, like all of us do, surprises and everything, but that having a routine is healthy. Having, a scheduled time, it's just really good for you. When I was in the penitentiary, I guess that's the one thing that looking back on it, it was that routine of you ate at a certain time, you got up at a certain time, you went to sleep, lights out at a certain time. And a few years of that, I think that truly was, what made you feel so healthy, made you feel good. Was that schedule, that routine. But yeah, it's our whole country is sick. I know we don't need their opinions. Just do your jobs, and they get paid so well to just do their jobs, man. Just do your job, and then when you get done, and you're not no longer an elected official, and you're there to represent a people, then you can start feeling any which way you want again, and lean in on that if that's the stand you want to take. But once you take, you just know that they're not. You can look at it like you listen to it, like you could just sit, not have to see it, but you can just listen to it, and you can hear that the way that they approach things, like on this news thing this afternoon, every one of them. And I didn't watch the whole thing. I only watched 15 minutes, but the little bit of time that I watched it, it was about trying to get some kind of old slick, some kind of, cut down in, or some type of jab in, or some type of whatever, to try to put somebody on their heels or something like that. And it's like, that's just not what that you're not getting nowhere like that. It's just not. Yeah, it was similar to being in the military. I know my best friend was a Marine, or is a Marine, was a Marine. But me and him, after talking about it and everything, and there was a lot of it similar as far as the getting up, schedule, lights on, light, as far as like that kind of stuff went. And but it was good for you. It was truly good for you when you learn, and that groaning about it doesn't help, and it makes you miserable. Then be at peace with it. Yep. Well, that's why I've said it before, Karen, Suki. You know, some of the proudest moments for me as a dad have came at times when I knew for a fact that my young son didn't want to be doing what he was doing, but he was doing it anyway. And I know that that maybe sounds a little bit harsh. Maybe it comes off as being cold, but for me, as a realist, man, you're going, as a dude, as a man, as a woman, as an adult, you're going to spend 90% of your time doing things you don't want to do, to reward yourself with maybe that 10% of time that you do want to do the things that you want to do. And when I see him go out and fire off that little weed eater, one, I see him getting big and strong. And now the things I used to have to help him do, he goes out there and does, no problem. But then to also look out there and see him doing it, and know that in his heart, he really didn't want to go out there and do that, but he's doing it anyway. And that makes me, I know it's not a big thing, but it makes me feel like, okay, you got the grit that it's going to, you know, that's what you're going to, that's life. That's the way that works. And just makes me feel, it makes me proud. It makes me proud that, man, um, because that's the grit it's going to take. if you're gonna make it, because we don't come from rich people, you know. Um, Fortunately, my mom and dad, they worked hard, and now, they got a little house that they'll be leaving, for my sister and myself and the family and everything when they're dead and gone. And then, for me and my wife, we got our little spot in which that we'll be able to maybe pass down to, our kids. And, your whole goal as a parent, as a dad, at least for me, is like, okay, I want to try to leave mine just a touch better than I was left. And if we keep doing that, eventually we'll build we'll build it up to where, maybe you're really giving somebody something. I know my parents worked extremely hard, and still do, um, to get that opportunity to leave their family a little something, and, you know, it takes grit. It takes a lot of grit, but, um, Karen Sue said, "It doesn't sound cool. Your job is to prepare them to go to the world and have a good life. You're doing your most important job you can do." I agree with that so much. I agree with that. And there's a thing, I've said it to my wife before in conversation about my mother-in-law. God bless her heart. She's a outstanding woman, but you know, she's loved a couple of them kids to death. And they're still living, but you know what I mean by that. It's just like, you know, just like with an animal. You can love them to death. You can feed them the wrong things, and you can give them a bunch of crap that ain't good for them. Well, instead of getting love on them for 10 years, you only get the love on them for 5 because you loved them to death. Well, it's the same thing with a young man or a young woman. You can love them to death. It's okay to give, and it's okay to spoil, all that kind of stuff in your own way. But it's also okay to say no. Sometimes no is the best love they can get, because they're going to hear that probably a lot more than yes in their lifetime. So go ahead and give them their doses. Start them off with it. That way they get used to it, because they're going to get it. The biggest disservice you can do to your children is to not prepare them properly to take care of themselves. Knowing how to cook and do it's simple. I'm telling you, Karen, that's so true. It's simple stuff. It starts with the simple things, man. Like, I know for a fact that if me and my wife happen to leave out on vacation or leave out to go somewhere and wasn't able to get back, and just my 15-year-old's here, well, I can promise you he won't be going hungry, because he knows how to fix himself something to eat. And he knows how to do what he's got to do as a person to keep himself healthy, as far as hygiene, and so it's like, it starts with little things. It starts with them little simple things, but it translates out. It translates out into so much more. And from my parents, man, they weren't afraid to let me fail. Because I got married at 19. I only knew my first wife for 3 months. We were married 10 years. Um, but I wasn't but 19. She was 18. You know, that was I mean, I get, looking at it from my standpoint, I'd have probably been like, dude, don't do it. I'd have been that dad trying to talk my my young son or daughter out of that, maybe. I don't know. I ain't been faced with that situation. But my mom and dad didn't. My mom and dad never handed me no flack. Never give me no flack over it. But we also never lived at home neither. I mean, we rented us a little trailer. I think it was a 12 by 50 or 48 maybe, or 60. I don't know which one it was. It was small. Um and did the best you could, man. And but they weren't afraid to when I say let you fail, like, okay, it's my word, might not, like, but they didn't try to push their thoughts on me about, what it should or shouldn't or whatever. Excuse me. It's the little things that are important on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. Yeah, getting that routine. Just something as simple like brush your teeth, you know, take a shower. It starts out as a young when they're little like that, like, you know, little things, and then that becomes a habit, and it's something that they don't even think about no more. You just, get up in the morning, take a shower. Before you go to bed, you take a shower, and when you get up in the morning, brush your teeth, and that it becomes a routine for them, which is super healthy. That's where health is found, I think, is finding a routine that fits for you, and then lock in on it. And I think it's just good for our brains, it's good for our diets, it's good for our everything. In my view, I don't know that it matters as much as I feel like it probably does, but I know for me, just coming out of the penitentiary, that was the healthiest I'd ever been as far as my weight, uh, my energy level, all that stuff was like on point. And I attest to like just eating, you know, the food that was given, a little bit of commissary stuff that you might be able to get, and just having a routine, man, where it was a locked in routine too. Like you didn't have no choice. Whether you felt good or not, you did, you had to do what you had to do. So it was actually good, man. That's what I say, man. I try to find the good things in everything. Now being locked up for a few years was not cool, but uh, pay my debt to society, got myself off of dope, and you know, I mean, hey, I mean, that's a win, right? That's a win. Get your mind right again, and that's why I hate it for those that are on, because my stuff was never for anything heinous or anything. It was just dope, and man, I hate it for all those that are struggling on that stuff, and they get locked up, and then they're given the very thing. They're given something while they're in there, and then when they come home, they still need that something, and it's like, I mean, I get it as far as, like, but, man, when I got locked up, there wasn't nothing like that, man. You got locked up, that's how you got clean. Once you're locked up, you couldn't get to your stuff, and then you kicked it. You got over it, man. You was sick for a while, but you lived through it, and you got over it. Well, now, it's my understanding that you get put on stuff, and then, it just you don't ever get clean, and that's the whole reward as especially someone that done dope. That was the reward of going to prison. It sucked, but at least I did get, you know, did get off of dope. I mean, but now it ain't that ain't the way it is. I don't know that I don't know exactly how it works, and I ain't going back to find out. Uh, but you don't get the chance of getting clean. Or, well, I mean, I guess if they left it up to the person, none of them's gonna go through that sickness, I guess. Sometimes the best thing for you is exactly what you don't want. Whatever happened to that? I mean, I know that it sounds cold and heartless sometimes to say, "Well, you're just gonna have to be sick." Sometimes people just need a timeout, and that's just it. Like, just like a kid, sometimes they gotta be put in their room for a little while to let them think about what they're doing. Well, sometimes even adults have to be, "Hey, man, need time out, bro." You know, you're gonna have to get on up over yourself, and you're gonna have to go on and get up over his sickness too. Here's your chance. And you know, you don't fix an addiction problem with another addiction problem. I ain't even a doctor, a lawyer, or an Indian chief. I do have a GED, and they did give me big letters. So I guess that does mean a little something. But I do know that the best fix for an addiction ain't an addiction. I do know that. Especially an addiction to something else, another substance, no matter what name you put on it. Um, that's not the fix. I don't know exactly the fix, but I know that ain't the fix. We can start with what is obviously not the fix. That's not it, and it's not the person's fault. That's on the drug. Yeah, it's their fault for being on the drugs, but now we have, man, it's like it. You don't never. We have made a mistake by tricking people into thinking that clean is I'm on Suboxone or I'm on methadone. Guys, I commend you for getting to that point, but there's still one more step, and that's to get rid of that crap too. And it can be done. Living proof. None of that. You if you have to go to a doctor to get what you're getting, imagine the scenario where that wasn't there. Now what? I have people in my life that I think the world of, that I know for a fact that if these clinics just all of a sudden shut down or they lost their funding and then they couldn't get their Suboxone or methadone, man, their world's going to come crumbling down. Their world's just going to come. And now the people that I know, I don't know any of them that's taking less now than they were when they started. Every one of them still at the max dose or working their way up to it, and then once they get there, then that's where they stay. I'm still waiting on like the people that run these places to I know they recognize it, but actually do something about that. Like, I asked that one buddy of mine how many times the doctor has suggested coming, working his way down. Never. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Think about it. Why would the doctor suggest for you to start working your way down? Well, now he's going to take a car payment away from himself if he does that too many times with too many patients. Hmm. Kind of obvious as to why they don't push up on you at those places to get off that crap completely off. Because if they do that, then they don't have a job that's important no more, right? They don't get to make that big Skrilla no more. Can I recommend a TED Talk to you? It's only 14 minutes out of your day. A TED Talk. Uh, I mean, yeah, you can recommend me anything. I've been more than once. It makes for a rough life. It does. It does, man. Um, I don't know what is TED. I don't know what TED Talk. I don't know what TED Talk is. I'll have to look. Is it something on like YouTube or something, Karen? I truly don't know what that is. I'm not being silly or nothing, but I truly don't know what that is. Mm. Good vibes, everybody. I appreciate y'all being here, though. My name is Guy. This is Creating Change. If you're in earshot, I appreciate y'all being here. Okay, it's on YouTube. All right, I'll have to check that out because I've sincerely not never tuned into it, but I will. I will. If you don't mind me asking, why? If it's, I know how hard it is to type a bunch of stuff, but um, i- i- what is the premise behind? I don't know how to ask the question that I'm asking, but it's a form. Okay, there we go. You're answering me. It's a format where people can give a talk about 15 minutes about ideas. Oh, okay. Cool. And what? And he has what you just have you go there and you get to listen to just whoever he has up for that time. Is that is that the way that works? You just I will go check it out though, for real. I mean, I appreciate you recommending something like that to me. All sorts of stuff. Scientists, educators, regular. Oh, well, I like that. I already like the sounds of that. We're already getting somewhere when everybody's intermingling. Hey, see you later, Mr. Harvey. Thanks for being here, brother. I appreciate it, man. I thank you very much for being here, man. I know I've just been running my mouth, just taking up some airwaves, man. I figured if these people in here on the TV could make the noise that they're making, I could come on and make me some of my own. Um, I think you pay to see ones you want. Some are very popular. Speakers go all over the country. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, thanks, Mr. Harvey. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. I do. Thank you. I'll be over to see you too. And for anybody out there, if you like this good old country music and gospel music, him and Brother Marr, they have a thing they do together. But Mr. Harvey also has he does on his own as well. But I encourage all of you, if you just want some good vibes, some good music, and just good people, then go check out Mr. Bruce Harvey. Um, just outstanding community leader, and I just appreciate you being here with me. Thank you. Everything from grieving to DNA to addiction. Okay. Okay. I can get down with that. That sounds actually really interesting. So I will definitely Ted's talk. I will definitely remember that. It's pretty easy to remember too. So this one, a real nice perspective about addicts. It's got a lot of love behind it, a lot of research. Good, good. Yeah, that's the thing is some of these topics are really hard to come at, but sometimes it takes someone that's actually been there, done that, that can say, "Hey, man, I'm not saying about what I think. I'm telling you what I know." And, sometimes just having and that's why I say it's always good for all of us to speak our opinions or to try to throw our stories out there because that's really the best way that we can help folks is to inspire them to see that, man, there is more. There's something else. And it's not about your pontification, it's not about your education, it's about your lived wisdoms that you've gained through time spent either in it, around it, on it, or all of that. And you can really respect somebody's opinion when you know that they're coming at you with that type of angle on things. Uh, This guy traveled the world interviewing people for about 3 years and wrote a book about it. Okay, that is very good. This is a new way to look at us addicts. Okay, very good. Very good. Well, the one thing that I do know that it starts with a thought. It No matter what anybody says or does for you, it starts with a thought in your mind that I can do better. And it doesn't matter how deep in the throes of addiction that someone may be, as soon as you can train, because most of the time, someone that's an addict or someone that's really suffering like that, it's because something has scarred them, something has convinced them that they're not worthy. And as soon as you can show somebody their worth, their value, and have them believe that, then it's my belief that no matter how far in the throes of addiction, they've now took their first step away from addiction because they now know that it can be. And you're going to always have those thoughts as a person that was addicted to something or had a struggle. You're going to always have those thoughts. It's about how fast do we put our foot down and get a hold and say, no, 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 I ain't slipping back down that. And you know I think some of the best people that I've you know had an opportunity to be around through my little bit of experience has been. It hasn't been the doctors or the psychologists or the little counselors. I thought they were all kind of jokes, if you want the God's honest truth. But it was the man that come in. I remember he come in. He had been locked up for I think about 20 some years. And he had been out for I think right at a year at this point. And you come in as a guest speaker, and the pride that you could see in this man because he had a job as a janitor. it lifted me up in such a way inside. It was like I felt for the first time in my 3 years of being locked down, I felt that feeling of, "Man, I can overcome that. I can actually get past this." Like, I could see how proud of himself that he was, and how proud the people that had been part of his journey were of him. Though in society's eyes, it wasn't much. In society's eyes, it was a minimum wage job. But for that man, it was the beginning of a great life forward, clean and mind trained back up and on point. And I think I think to inspire somebody, it's not about pulling things away or anything. It's about adding to and saying, look, man, there's a better and you are worth more. Their value, a lot of times it's about our self value, the worth that we put on ourselves over time. It's a slow progression or slow decline, but over time you're stuck in this battle of addiction, and it's just a big circle jerk. And over time you find yourself that, man, now your time, like I would not give 4 hours of sitting in a vehicle riding around these days to do nothing other than to travel, or because I had to do something for business or something like that. But I can remember that my time becomes so valueless that, that was nothing. That was, oh, hell, that's par for the course. Go running around looking for, you know what I mean? And man, I've just placed a lot more value on my time than that these days. My time is very valuable to me, and I don't play games with it. Now, I give my time, and that's fine. It's by choice. Um, but as far as just you gotta I find my time is a lot more valuable to me than that now. Thankfully, thankfully, right? But yeah, Karen, oh yes, and relapse too. You can relapse in your mind months before you actually do it again, and that's so true because it starts with a thought. It starts with a thought. I've told you guys, for those of y'all that's been in my live streams before, man, every morning I reach this crossroads because I'm this guy that if I'm not careful, I'll dip down thinking about something maybe from 20 damn years ago that I can't do nothing about, and wind up in some negative Nancy hole for a couple hours and then look back and say, why have I wasted my time thinking about this, letting this beat me up in my brain? And I can't do nothing about it. Or at that crossroad, I can allow, which my dog, he always greets me every morning, and get up, fix my coffee, enjoy my little dog, get him put out the door, get my morning going, and just live in the blessing. And that's the crossroads that I reach almost on a daily basis. Now it's getting easier over time. I've been doing this for years now. Just it's a work in progress. Like I just don't allow rent-free space in my brain to negativity. I just don't allow myself to slip down those rabbit holes that we can't do nothing about. Not one thing, but yet you can be mad about it all day. But you can't do nothing about it. Well, that makes zero sense. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm mad about not catching no fish, well, then I'm going to be mad the whole time I'm heading out to go fish. I'm going to do something about it. But I'm that guy that, be thinking about something that happened 15 dang years ago. And then here I am worrying about something that ain't nobody else but me even thinking about. Ain't even nobody else but me thinking about that crap. I'm beating myself up over something. You know what I mean? And that man with his janitorial job is a good example of chop wood, carry water, finding peace and pride in daily rituals. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it was about just knowing that it was sincere. It was sincere, like he was truly proud of and I was too. I think everybody in the room at the particular time. I think everybody was proud of him, which is crazy, making yourself miserable about something in the past or worry about something that will never. I know. Like you can waste a lot of time, years. You can waste a lot of time. Um, and I truly and I say it wholeheartedly, like I have that choice to make every morning. If like I could just start sitting and while I'm drinking my coffee, start thinking about some old nonsense that maybe like you say 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. Maybe it's something you can't do nothing about, but yet you'll let your blood pressure get all whacked out of shape and be mad as a I mean, I can't even do nothing about it. So why am so I really do just take like my little dog, he gets up with his little tail wag, his whole body wags, and I can tell he's about to pee, and it's like, I put him out, get my coffee going, and brush my teeth and all that, and just try to get my brain triggered into good vibes, man. Good vibes. I mean, I say that and I say it in lightheartedly, but I totally mean it. Now, I don't always mean that good vibes is Mr. Gideon, that I just mean that I try to come at myself in with like, man, let's focus in on let's have us a smile. Let's turn this into a laugh. Let's make if nothing else, let's just play the guitar or hey, let's use some sound effects. I like sound effects. I mean, whatever it is, I just try to lighten my world up, because it seems like I'm a thinker. I'm the kind of person that I feel like my brain's always kind of thinking about things, but I don't want to allow that time spent thinking about some old just things that's in the past that you can't do nothing about, or things you wish you could have did. Man, it's just I ain't got time for that these days, man. I just enjoy the present. I'm here. I got a Rubik's cube. You know what I mean? And I got a paper football. I know everybody's got one of them, but I got stuff, things that I just like. Got my little Bible guess game. That's a pretty fun game. Maybe we'll play that one evening or something. And it's not even about. I mean, I'm not trying to beat nobody up with religion. It's just kind of fun. And I got an almanac. I think everybody's got one of them too. But you just have those little. I don't know, man. I just try to lighten the mood up. Try to have fun because there's definitely enough negativity going around. I don't need to put any more into it. And I'm just afraid I'm one of them kind of people. If I started like if I tried to start a channel where I was like a negative person all the time, I think it would eventually like lead over into my real life. Miss Fatty said, "You daggone right." Oh wait, man, I broke my original clacker, but I didn't throw it away. I just put it right there so that you never know, it might be valuable one day because it is the original one. But I almost forgot that I needed because I mean I'm sure everybody's got them too, but I got a whole page full of stickers of me, and you know I'm gonna put one on my new clacker because I picked me a new one out, brand new. I got a little carried away with that first one though because I got excited. You know what I mean? But this one I'll take better care of and everything, and you know we won't get carried away with it. But I get my little clacker. Maybe there we go. There we go. Now I'm back. Hand a guy clacker. Yeah, Miss Bay says autograph it. Yeah, I tell you what, man. My God bless my wife because she plays into my silliness. Because uh, all I gotta do is just kind of mention something if we're in there talking about something, and I'll talk about stuff all the time. I talk about stuff. I talk. Okay, guys. This is not a YouTube thing. I do this a lot. Ain't got nothing to do with YouTube. But my wife's the kind of gal that she kind of just listens to things that I say, and then she hears me say stuff, and then I'll wind up with a pack of clackers and some stickers. And and I got, of course, I know everybody's probably got them too, but you know, I do have a bag of guitar picks. I did say in conversation that I was going to use them to give to like members and stuff, but I just like the idea that it's a whole bag of them. I might give a couple away, but I think she thought I would give them out, but I'm gonna keep them. I might give something else out, but I ain't gonna give them out. Now she got me these. Sorry for inundating the chat. Just got into the. Oh no, man! I love that, Karen. I love that. Correct clacker care is important. That's a tongue. That's a tongue twister. But yeah, man. She plays into my silliness sometimes. There's What the Quack. Always good vibes for What the Quack in the house. Always. I appreciate you being here, What the Quack. I hope to see me get down here because I promised What the Quack, whether you was on here or whether you wasn't on here, that when I thought about you, I was going to get my What the Quack banner out. So always good vibes for What the Quack. Good to have you in the house. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, yeah, glad to. Always good vibes. Always, indeed. Patty, What the Quack. Yay, glad you are here. Yeah, I didn't know if my regular, like you guys, I didn't know what time everybody was around. I just, I got tired of being kind of reined in and was like, man, I'm gonna come on and see who and all's out there, man. And I had a great conversation with Karen, and I am gonna go check out TED Talk. I'm gonna look into that, Miss Patty. Thank you. And all What the Quack, always good vibes. I appreciate you. Yeah, I had a couple new people stop in too. Appreciate you guys stopping in. If you don't mind, hit the like button. Share the live stream out if you feel so led. If not, that's fine. I just appreciate y'all being here. Always just good vibes, man. Connecting. We got a pretty cool little community going on here, guys, of like-minded folks. Some are content creators, some are just consumers. But to me, they're my community. And we've got people that's got 100,000 subscribers and some that don't have none. But we're all brought together with good vibes and being able to just ask somebody how they're doing. Maybe just say hi. Maybe they just stop in long enough to drop a like and say howdy and throw some good vibes at everyone. Roll on. Hey, I get it. Life's busy. I get that. What the Quack in the house? Let's see. That TED Talk is excellent. Browse the topics. There are talks about every subject you can think of. I definitely will. I definitely will. I'll be able to tell you about it the next time that I'm on live. I'll be able to tell you about whichever episode, maybe 2 or 3 of them, depends on depends on how interested I get. I might watch several of them, but I am going to go, just because you said it, I'm going to go and watch at least one episode so I know what you're coming from. Give me a little better insight into who you are by going and looking at what you're recommending to me, which is, whether I like it or not, I think it's awesome. I appreciate the recommendation. I might come back and say, nah, it wasn't for me. But it sounds like it's going to be something that I would probably dig. Just like with any of them, you might like some of them, you might not like some. You might be some that you like better than others. So I'll give a few of them a chance, see what he's got going on. I mean, I like doing that because I feel like I'm doing the same thing. Like somebody stops in and gives me a recommendation, and somebody on my live stream, or somebody that does the same kind, not same thing of what I'm doing, but you know what I mean, same kind of stuff. It's like, well, I feel like that's great word of mouth. That's better than any kind of any referral on here, is to have somebody from your community give a recommendation to somebody else that they think you might would get down with as far as the conversation goes. So yeah, I'll go check them out and see what's happening. Coming up on the 3 o'clock hour, I see brother AB in the house, man. There he is. What's up, brother? Man, I come on late this evening. It's Thursday and everything. Good vibes tomorrow, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, and you can find that at Guy and Shine. But today I just come on just to I got sick of listening to the non AB. I got sick of listening to the nonsense of, you know, they had the Secretary of Health on there, whatever he is, and I don't know, man. Every time I heard one of them talk, it felt like you just can tell they're trying to get a viral moment. It didn't have nothing. They didn't a bit more care about the topic at hand than man to moon. All they were all trying to do, and I only listened to about 15 minutes, so I didn't listen to that much of it. But I can pretty much promise the rest of them was doing the same thing. They're trying to say some old slick stuff, or they're trying to come up with the next viral moment, and I just get over. I'm over it. So I figured, well, hell, I can come on and make no. I can make my own noise. So that's what I did. That's just truth. They're talking to hear there, and I'm gonna add something to that. AB, yep, they're talking to hear themselves talk, and they're talking, hoping that TikTok, Instagram, or uh, the late night talk shows pick up whatever it is they're saying, so they can be the next viral thing. But it ain't got a dang thing to do with what the topic actually is. It makes me angry too, Miss Patty. And it's not the information on the news, it's the way the information is delivered and the crap that they call news that angers me. Like I was telling you guys, and I hate feeling that way. We have to know what's going on, but I hate what's going on. Well, you know what? I agree, but I also love some things that's going on. It's like there's always some kind of like they're trying to push the negative down your throat, but it's like you don't hear, like you could use some good news once in a while, some good things that's going on. And it's the approach that they bring the news. It's like, there's always some kind of like I don't want to say always because it's such a big word, but it feels like that when the news, what we call the news these days, there's always some twist, like they're trying to bring some kind of angle to it instead of just being like, okay, the American people or the people are smart, let's just tell them what's going on, let them decide for themselves. No, they're trying to pontificate to us and twist it into you having to decide the way they think things should be done is the way it should go. And it's like, I just want to hear what's going on. I don't need to hear about how you feel like it might be. I just need to hear about what's going on and let me decide whether it's something I want to, fool with or not. That's true. There's some good there is some good out there. And even for the bad stuff, guys. Even for the bad things. Okay. It's like the way that you twist things or the credence that you give things matters. It's just like I told y'all the one time, not too long ago when I done that little short about I have good genes too, right? Uh, I done that little thing, and I was just kindly making fun of well, we'll get us a prime example.
Genes too.
Now that I made that making fun, but while I was watching the news on an important topic, a young man had just lost his life working as a cop in New York. It's my son. Hold on. But he had just lost his life, and you're trying to find the information out about them, about what had happened and everything. And then they go to a break, and you wait through the commercials, you wait through that to get to hear more about what was going on. And instead it was about the outrage over this young lady doing this jeans commercial. And it's like, I don't want to hear about that. That's a lie. That's fake outrage, and we all know it is. It's like that's the last thing that I wanted them interrupting my news, what I wanted to know about. Like I was truly wanting to know what had happened. It had just and then they cut and it comes back and it was about the jeans commercial. Somehow that got mixed in there, and it's like, why did y'all even give that any? Why did you even give it that much attention at that time, especially at that time? Anyway, like we had something that was like sincerely happening that I wanted to hear about, and then you bring up this nonsense. Ain't nobody wanting, man. Like just dumb, man. Just dumb. All right, I'm gonna. Hey, hi, buddy. Start planning like dog. Start panning like dog. Jacob, oi, I see you there. I don't know what you mean by that, man. I mean, I agree with live a world where media control the narrative. Yeah, it is, and it's not, and they're not really just giving you the news. They're giving you their opinion of what's going on, and it's like I don't need your opinion of what's going on. Just tell me what's going on, and then the rest of us can make our decision. Hello, love. Hi, good to see you. The days of Walter Cronkite are long gone. Isn't that a fact? Oh, my week has been outstanding. It has been outstanding. It's a little rainy today, so I'm kind of in here doing a random live touch base with everybody. But my name is Guy. This is Creating Change. I appreciate you being here, all of you, always. Always good vibes. We're a community comprised of creators and consumers, but we're all like-minded and just good vibes and shouting everybody out. We talk about a bunch of different things, but we always try to be respectful. We are respectful. We don't try to be. We are respectful, and just an outstanding community. So welcome. I appreciate you being here, love. Thank you. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for being here. Outstanding. We do music and we do talk and we do comedy. You never know what you might see here, but we always do good vibes. From people with 100 and some thousand subscribers to people that don't have no subscribers that are just consumers. That's what we are here. And we're all just from different places, different parts of the world, different races, religions, but we're all good vibes. That's what it's all about. This is the best bunch of stand-up people indeed, Miss Patty. I am so proud of our little community, man. I can't say that enough. I did not realize the opportunity that was available through this type of connection to build a little community where, man, I'm not, like it truly is about just being good vibe. It doesn't mean we're going to agree. It doesn't mean that we can't have like a banter. It doesn't mean that we can't, talk back and forth, or like Sean said the other day, like we can all not see things exactly the same way and still be good vibes and still be respectful and still like, okay, cool. We just agree to not agree on that one. What's wrong with agreeing to just disagree sometimes? Like that's cool. And I think it starts with, you don't start out a conversation by calling somebody a name, or a blanket label put on them. You start out by, let's talk issue. Let's talk the numbers and see where we come together first, and then let's veer out. Burn, I see you there. Hey, there's Burn. You got that. I almost scrolled right past it. I think I did once. No, no, I'm back down to the bottom now. I see you now. I see you there. Yeah, but good to see you, Burn. Yeah, we just been. I come on here to take up some space myself because I got sick of hearing my Congress people in here talking a bunch of smack, trying to get the next viral video. So I thought I'd just come on here and make the viral video for them, so that they didn't have to worry about it. So now I am the news cycle, not them. At least in my world, anyway. I mean, let me throw that in there. Just full disclosure. That's just in my world. You know, it's more interesting if others have new ideas or old ideas. And the wonderful part about that too, Karen, is, knowing that it's a combination of all different sorts of ideas that you throw together that makes your stuff. And it's the mix that you throw in that makes it you. How much of this, how much of that, or you know that's the originality, because we're all doing something that somebody else has done at some point, for the most part. um so the uniqueness is us. That's what makes your stuff yours, because somebody else has done a talk show or a video or whatever it is. Well, what makes it different is you, and the way that you add the different things in, and how much of the ingredients that you put in. It's kind of like mama's meatloaf. The reason why mama makes the best meatloaf is because mama has the best recipe, you know, and it's right up there, and she just knows it. So good people finding good people, and I'm proud to be a part of it. And I am too, Miss Patty, and sincerely, it just overwhelms me that, and it reinstills in me that, man, you don't. I'm not worried about viral video, not worried about that kind of stuff, man. If it takes me, I like doing this. So if it takes me 5, 10 years to build up a nice big audience, well, who cares? Because I'm happy with just you guys. I'm happy. That's fine. We're having a good time, a good conversation. Had Karen helping me flow through, and Miss Patty helping me flow through, and Brother Bruce helping me. I mean, that's great conversation. I wish I could hear your comments sometimes, because I know that would be cool if could you had a button where you could be like, oh no, he's got to hear this, and be able to speak it and be able to hear it into your head. It takes a village to make a village, indeed. Indeed, and that's where I think people get tricked up in community, is they think it's like, oh, you got a sub for sub, or you this for that. Nah, man, it's about networking. It's about being able to find other people that, like you just said, have different ideas, a different approach. Or maybe you just want some entertainment. Maybe you're not worried about finding subs, or not worried about finding an audience. Maybe you just wanted to be entertained. And so, welcome to Creating Change. My name is Guy. Always good vibes, and I appreciate y'all being here. I'm gonna play Brother Shine's song called "Silly Girl," and go get me another drink, and then I will be right back, and we'll wrap this thing up. But I appreciate y'all being here with me, hanging out with me, just having good vibes with me. I'm gonna push up Brother Shine. You can find us at Guy and Shine, where we share a page now with a little sweet tea, Brother Tommy, and that's where we do our Guy and Shine together, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. You'll be able to find it on all of our separate pages, but we encourage you, if you want to be part of the whole together chat, to come there, and then you'll be able to be with everyone. So, guys, we appreciate it. I thank y'all for being here. This is Brother Shine's little song called "Silly Girl." I'll see you guys here in just a few minutes.
It's for you, sweetie. All right. Where did you come from, silly girl? I know I just met you, but I can't seem to get you out of my head, out of my head. My favorite song was playing, shaking your hips with little invitation. We were locking lips, and know that I'll never promises. Then out of nowhere you appear without one question. Yeah, we disappeared, and know that I'll never forget you. No matter how hard I try, can't even find the words to tell you how much you blew my mind. Gave me your poison, and I breathed it in. But just like my favorite things, you disappear in the end. The end. The end. It's just the beginning. Well, you know I won't forget you, no matter how hard I try. I can't even find a pen so I could see you again. Gave me your poison, and I breathed you in. But just like my favorite things, you disappear. Yeah. The end. The end. The end. True story. I hope you're still out there.
Mysteries. No mysteries. No mysteries. Oh man, here we go again. We're going to create change. Make it happen this time. Let's go. Always good
Always
vibes.
good vibes.
Get out of your bed.
Yeah.
I can feel it. It's going to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, that was nice, man. That was
Let's go. Always good
Brother
vibes.
Stein with his
Create
little girl.
change. Let's go. Let's go.
See,
Always
I
good
think
vibes.
guys. I appreciate y'all being here with me.
Always good
Thank you guys
vibes.
very much. My name is Guy. This is Creating Change. I appreciate y'all being here, man. This has been a pretty good conversation. Wrapped around my feelings, and I just, I feel better now. Shout out to feelings. Nah, it's been a great conversation, though, man. We've covered some pretty good topics. But I encourage everybody go to at Guy and Shine with a little sweet tea. Catch us 11 to 1 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Eastern Standard Time. We're also going to start doing some after dark stuff, and if you want, you can follow us on Instagram at Guy and Shine. Let's see what else. I think we're also going to be able to have Facebook. I think we're going to be doing that and all that kind of stuff. So we just encourage you, if you want, follow us all around, whatever. And I appreciate y'all being here either which way. Doesn't matter to me how y'all come to the show. We just appreciate y'all being there. I'm just trying to let you know that if you'd like to be part of the live chat, then everybody will be able to gather at Guy and Shine so that everybody can talk, communicate, good vibe with everybody. And that's what it's all about, so that everybody can just kind of be together and at the same time, because we have super supporters, and I know that some of them try to jump back and forth to each other's channel, and I mean we appreciate that, we really do. But we know that's aggravating sometimes too. So we're trying to make it easier on everybody to be able to be a part of everything that's going on, which is what we want. We want everybody to be able to be together. Um, hey, we are all here to experience everything life has to offer, and that includes a whole lot of feelings. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. They're all included. I guess the reason why we pay some of these people the big bucks is so that they can get over themselves. Yeah, all right. That's why we don't get the big bucks. They get the big bucks so that they can differentiate between what is their feelings and what the people need for them to do. Because I do really think that it takes a true professional in that manner to be a representative of a people and be able to take your feelings, set them aside, and say, okay, well, in my heart, I would do it like this if it was about me. But my people in a whole are all leaning towards this. Well, it takes a true professional to say, well, whether my feelings matter or not, it's it's the people's decision, and this is where my constituency is leaning. This is where the majority lies. This is where I need to vote, or this is where the direction I need to go. Uh, but you don't see that too often, do you? You don't see that too often. Uh, it's about our feelings, right? It's always about our feelings, but it's about my feelings here on creating change, and it's pretty much my world. Pretty much, I run this show. I pretty much run things, especially my wife's at work. So I definitely run things right now for a little while. I don't know what time it is. For another hour or so. I'm pretty much the boss. What I say goes, and I like that. So I I I do a lot of telling people what to do during the day. There's not many people here, but when I do tell people. Anyway, I'm the boss. I decide what I'm gonna do and everything, and that's just the way it goes. And then Courtney comes home, and then I allow her to like use the remote and stuff. I'm still I mean, I'm still the boss, but yeah, it's God's work. It's God's work. At least right now. At least right now. Because see, I can see the driveway, so I pretty much know when my rain ends because I can see when the car pulls up. And then I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm back to, hey, Monique Powell, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. I know exactly who you are. Let me reach over here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Good vibes to you. Good vibes to you, my friend. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's my world right now. See, I run this show. My wife works, till 4:30. So basically, it's basically whatever I say goes. Right up to the point at which the car pulls up out there. And I ain't gonna say it was purposeful, but I did kindly, because she is like a ninja. I made a video about it. If anybody needs to be educated and everything, women are ninjas because just as sure as you go to say something about them, like they could like my wife could totally be at work, but if I went to talk smack about a meatloaf she made, or I went to talk smack about, I'm telling you, like she'll come out like she'll be in a drawer and come out of the drawer, you know, things like you would never believe it. Like, how'd you even get there? So I play it that way. Like I just know that women are ninjas. My wife is. Like I think she like I don't know, like a black belt or something. It 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 it, it it's a nice belt, whatever it is. I'm not sure on the color, but she can do stuff, and she she could totally be right here in this box. But I know that. See, I don't forget. Like I know that she could be right there. So you know, I'm not saying I live my life looking over my shoulder, but I mean, I don't want to be snuck up on. So I just play it like that. So nah, man. Good vibes, everybody. Good vibes. I appreciate you guys being here. I've been going now. Let's see, how long have I been on here? I've been on here for an hour and 51 minutes. That's 2 hours for me to sit here and run my mouth. And somehow y'all decided to listen for a while. I don't. I'm telling you, oh, good vibes, Monique. I'm telling you, I got on here and I really did just come on here just to tune out. Like we were reined in, and couldn't really get outside. So I'm like, I'm gonna, turn the news on or turn the TV on for a minute, and the news is on, and I'm like, it was Congress, it was some hearing on I don't even know what the hell it was. It was something to do with Congress or whatever. And it just I was like, I can't listen to this crap. I'll go in and make my own noise. I'll just go in, I'll go in and make me some noise. Maybe I'll be the next viral clip, because that's what they all make you feel like. They all make you feel like they're all shooting for the next clip, the next hook or whatever, the next hook line or whatever. And that's not, I just get so sick of hearing them sometimes. But yeah, it is. So it's just that's just not. I'm so over that stuff at this point. Like, I mean, because you can tell they're trying, Monique. You can tell that, like, you can tell the difference when somebody's got a true point to make, and they just happen to say something that was really freaking slick while making their point. And then you can tell when somebody has twisted their words behind scenes to try to come up with something slick. And that's what I hear when I hear them open their mouth. It's all about trying to create the next little TikToker moment or whatever, or Instagram whatever, or they want to be the next whenever the late night or whenever the talk shows come on in the evening times, then that they're trying to get their spot on there. Basically, they're auditioning. That's what it sounds like. Like they're auditioning for, I don't know. I don't know. They aggravate me. They're supposed to be the ones that are paid the big bucks so that they can do this stuff. But I feel like that ain't none of them doing their job when they act that way. You know, that's just me though. What do I know? It's my world. It's YouTube. It's my world. So it's my feelings matter. Nobody else's. They also be trying to start a new that's what I'm saying, is you can hear, like when you listen to them, you can hear that what they're saying is not about a point that they're making. They're trying to say something slick. They're trying to say, to get some, to get, they're trying to get their TikToker moment or whatever the hell it's called. That's what they're trying to get. Or their viral moment. And that to me has gotten so old. I've just gotten so over, you know, just hearing the rhetoric, just it's always some type of twisting words into trying to make some kind of viral moment, instead of, let's talk about like, I'd like to sometimes just let's just hear the facts. Like, let's just hear what this is, what this is. Let's get down to business. Like those types of forums in which that they were holding today. That should be a very boring but super informative, meeting or hearing. It shouldn't be about viral moments. It shouldn't be about pizzazz. It shouldn't be about not. It should actually be very boring, but very informative, super informative. And it's not. It's not. Each one of them, instead of spending their time asking pertainable questions to the subject matter, will spend 90% of their time pontificating about what they think is the cure for the world and how terrible it'll either be one way or the other. If it's a Democrat talking to a Republican or a Republican talking to a Democrat, well, then you know that it's probably going to be 90% of their time they're going to try to get their jabs in and throw it at each other. But if it's a Democrat talking to a Democrat or a Republican talking to a Republican, they spend 90% of their time blowing sunshine up each other's butt and 10% of their time asking questions. Where I just don't even, I just wish that there was some type of rule and some type of way where you're not allowed to tell anybody anything. You're not allowed to talk other than ask a question. If it don't end with a question mark at the end of whatever it is you said, then you got to go do a night in jail or something. I don't know. But I mean, there should be some. They spend all their time trying to truly. I don't know. It's like they're grandstanding. I guess that's the word. I guess that's the best thing. It's like they're trying to grandstand, man. Like, let me make my viral moment. Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody. I mean, I guess I say nobody cares. I guess people like me don't care. I don't care about how many views you get on TikTok or how many views you get on Instagram. I care about are the laws that you're trying to help pass and the things that you're trying to help, the legislation you're trying to bring forward, does it serve your community in a whole? Not does it serve your party line, not does it serve Republican or Democrat, does it serve the community in which that you represent? Because I live in small town. This is a real small town. Like, I come from small town. But I can promise you this, there's a hell of a lot of different views. There ain't just one view. There ain't just one person. There's black people, there's white people, there's Chinese people, there's Japanese people, there's Mexican people. There's, gay people, there's straight people, there's people that don't want to be married, there's young people, there's old people. There's a whole bunch of different people. Now, it ain't a big town, but there's a lot of different people in it. So there should never be a representative from this area ever straight down a party line. Otherwise, you're not doing your job. You're not doing your job. So I feel that way about all of them. You come from wherever it is. I don't care. Name the town. Name the borough, whatever. You can't tell me that everybody in there feels exactly the same way that everybody else does. Like, you're supposed to represent everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Lived in that kind of neighborhood for about 13 years and I loved it. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like, I just know that if we got so many different views in my little town, which ain't city, this is far from city. I'm just a toe stump away from McDowell County. Just like 8 miles from, I mean, we're not very far. Like, we're in the country. Very in the country, not very big population at all. Well, if there's that many different views in my little town, well, then there's got to be that many different views in a place like the Bronx, or a place like Seattle, or a place like New Jersey. If there's that many different views in my little town and different cultures and different stuff, well, then surely to God, there's got to be that many or more different views in their districts. But yet everything's right straight down the line. This is it. That's impossible. You can't be doing your job. Not as a representative anyway. Now, I mean, I guess if you want to be a protester, maybe that's the right stance to take, but didn't vote people in to be protesters. I voted them in to be representatives. If you ever see, for me, when I see somebody that has that tag of representative, whenever I see them on any side, I don't care what side it is, joining in on any type of protest then to me, that should disqualify them from doing their job, because we are not paying you to take a stand. We are not paying you to do that. We're paying you to represent the people from your community. You are just because you got voted in does not make your poop not stink. It doesn't make your pontifications right. You never ran a business. You never had any type of life experience up until this point, and somehow you think because you got enough people to elect you that now you can tell us how to run the whole country. Why don't we start by you just following the constituency? Let's start with something easy. Let's start with you just represent the people as a whole, not a party line. Let's start there. And then we may branch out into you running the country and that you know how to solve the problems of the world. But right now, we just need you to solve the problems of your particular district. You getting on there and telling us how to solve the problems of the world just ain't working. I think you need to start in your districts and work your way out from there. Oh, because just take into consideration, I can think of a couple different ones of them that's in our representation. Okay, they come from nothing. That's great. I love that. I love the fact that you're able to, come from nowhere, come from small town or big town, as a nobody, and be able to run a campaign and possibly get elected into an office. But that does not give you an automatic degree in running the world or running the country, or that you somehow know the best. No, that just means that you got elected to represent a people. You're basically a vote. That's it. Like, I know that probably hurts. That probably stings when I say it that way. But that's all you really are. You're just a vote to your people. Nobody cares about how you think. Nobody should care about how you think. Your friends, your family, your psychiatrist, yeah, they can care about how you think. But for me, as a person in the community that just wants representation, I don't really care about how you think. I care about, are you representing my little community? Is everybody going to bed with food in their mouth? Is everybody going to bed with belly full of food? Has everybody got homes? Until we get those problems solved right here in our own little spot, why are you up there telling them what they should do with the rest of the world? You ain't fixed your own damn spot yet. Be like me and my wife offering to buy the neighbors their groceries when we ain't bought groceries for our kids yet. Well, I can't do that. Got to feed my family first before I can offer to feed somebody else's family. Well, they've got to fix their districts first before anybody wants to hear any pontifications about how you think the world should be fixed. How about you start with the little spot that you got elected? Start with that, and then you prove to us you can do that. Then we may branch on out. But starts with a thought, guys, and I think that it starts with us as the people that put these people in there. Is every chance you get to let them know that what they're doing is either right or wrong on either side, whether it be right or wrong. I think they need to know. They need to know that the common people that they're truly supposed to be representing do not, they don't really care about how they feel. They just want to be able to have a good job, be able to buy a home, raise their kids, afford to eat, and not have to. There ain't nothing as a poor individual I'm not poor, but as a person that ain't never had a bunch of money, I don't think anybody, my prayer for my community, if I was to be able to ask for a prayer to be answered for everyone within my reach, my prayer would be that not one soul had to go to the grocery store on a budget, that they could go buy the things that they needed. If I could have one prayer that I could extend to everybody to just know that there ain't, there's nobody has to go to the grocery store on a budget or try to to buy bad stuff just to fill an empty hole up, because that's basically what they've done to us. Is, they put these cheap foods up on the shelf and everything, or we perceive it to be cheap, or it's cheap enough that you can buy it, but it really isn't wholesome or good for you. And I know what it's like for me and my wife. We've had that times before when, hey, we only got $60. Let's go to the grocery store and get, and you have to go through and check prices and add stuff up and make sure that, you don't, because you ain't got no more. You ain't got no more money. It's it. And that's hard. That's hard, because you want to be able to, you know, you want to be able to have the foods and stuff that you like. And that would be that would be for me, if I was in, a position where I could make something like that happen. That would be the one thing I made sure of, was that nobody has to, like, you go get the things you need to eat. Good things, good stuff that you need to eat. No worries. Like, that'd be cool, because I know a lot of people in my world are on a budget. You don't get to go to the grocery store and just say, "Well, I want this and I'd like to have that. And I'd like to have this." We don't. I mean, we get to pick out some things that we, just like to have. I'm a Mountain Dew guy. I don't drink beer no more. I don't drink no kind of alcohol or nothing. But I drink coffee and I like Mountain Dew. Um, it's a want. But at the same time, it comes after that we have food, and there is times where that it's not in the budget to go buy another 12 pack of them. I'm just gonna have to wait until it is in the budget, or whatever. Um, and I think that that's the, getting back to what we were talking about. I think sometimes for our representatives, they forget that. They forget that that they forget that struggle, man. I think they forget. Seems like the politicians forget we are all. I know they forget about the real struggles, man. Like, they're in a percentage of people. They're in a percentage. They'll not only be in history books. Their names will be there, for record. But it's such a small percentage of people that get to that position, that it truly is sad to know that 99.9% of them, by the time they're sworn in, they've already forgot about the district in which that they got voted in to represent. They've moved into Washington, or wherever the capital is in the state that if they're a little representative or whatever. It may not be that bad on the real local parts, but, like, especially, senators and people like that. Once they get there, is like, by the time they get sworn in, they've done left they've done left all their people behind. They don't even remember where their district's at. Um, and that just, I don't know. It baffles my mind, man. It baffles my mind how we keep putting people in there that are so self-centered, because the people we need in office are the people that are the farthest away from self-centered that you can find, that are about serving the people in which that they're there for. And I think years ago, maybe we tried to do that, and maybe held a little bit to that. But with the social media age, everybody can be a star with the right angle and the right little tagline, you know, and it elevates people that I truly don't think, not don't they just don't deserve that spot. And it's not about whether I agree with their position or not, as far as, the policies. I just don't agree with why they're there, because they're not there truly to represent. They're there for the elevation of their self. It's the new Hollywood, guys. I mean, for real. For those of you that are, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm 48 years old. I mean, there was a time in my life where senators and representatives and stuff were not famous. Like, you knew of them. You heard of them, but they were not like famous. Now they're like red carpet famous. Like they're who you see on late night shows. And it's like, why the hell why are they on Saturday Night Live? Or why are they? And it's like, that it blows my mind. They're like, these people aren't even like, they're not even worthy of that. You know what I mean? Like, let them do their job, see how well they do, and if they have any type of success. And then once they're done with that, if you want to elevate them to a TV star, that's cool. But while they're in office, I think they need to prove themselves to be worthy of the attention before we give them the attention. I mean, if they were a shitty senator, why do we have them on TV blowing them up? If they ain't doing their job, I mean, really, nobody should care about their personality. It should be about, well, do they have any bills that they've signed and that they've passed, or any kind of legislation they've wrote that they had anything to do with it? And if they haven't, they were a crappy senator. I mean, they might have been pretty, but they were pretty crappy senators. I mean, whatever. They might be funny, but they were funny, crappy senators. Right? Hooty hoo, brother Gen X in the house. Shout out to you, brother Clint. Good to see you, man. I've been going now for about 2 hours, 2 hours and 10 minutes. I was only going to do a short live stream. Imagine that. Man, no, I got rained in today, bro. It's thundered and stormed and everything, and then come in, turn the news on, a bunch of nonsense, and I just thought I'd come on here and make me some noise my darn self. You know what I mean? You just got the notification, man. I don't know. I shared it out as soon as I got started, but I didn't even check to see if I don't know. I'm here though. I'm getting me some time in, man. Like I say, it was rainy, and I turned on the TV, and I just didn't even like nothing that they had to say, or I didn't even want to hear it no more. So I come in here and I fooled with a little hand of guy clacker, and I worked on the Rubik's Cube another little bit, and then I just decided to go live. Wasn't no sense in doing all that by myself. I might as well come on and share it with the world. So I did. Man, that sounded like one of them. It sounded like William Shatner was getting ready to chime in and talk for a minute, didn't it? Yeah, man. Guys, this has been so much fun, though, man. It's actually starting to clear up now. I've done talked the rain away. Imagine that. Just talked it right on out, man. The rain got tired. It's like, he ain't gonna shut up. I'm just gonna stop. You know. Yeah, Gen X. Oh man. But dude, I let myself get, dude, I really do get frustrated sometimes. Like, all jokes aside, I'm past it now, but like, I really do get aggravated. Like when I hear the kind of like the stuff that was going on today with the trying to be the next viral moment and all that stuff during the hearing. That's what they're doing. And that kind of stuff just it chaps my butt. I got to go get red bud ointment every single time, and I have to use a lot of it, and it's getting expensive. So I just come on here to save myself some red bud ointment. I might need it later, and I don't want to use it all up. I'm on a budget. But the Mountain Dew's good. Shout out to Six in the house, man. Got Six hanging out with us, brother Gen X. Got Monique Powell. Thank you. I appreciate you. She's been carrying on a conversation with me, helping me. Karen Suki, yep, been having a great conversation. Great conversation. Miss Patty, I see you there, Miss Patty. Byrne, I see you. Love, nice to meet you. That's a nice name too, Love. It is, no doubt. Karen Suki and Jacob Oi. Hey, buddy, start panning like a dog. You can tell that he's creative. I bet he wears sunglasses. I wonder if they sell men's clothes where he got them. Bring back Walter Cronkite. Yeah, indeed, AB. Indeed, brother. Yeah, shout out to What the Quack. Always good vibes for What the Quack. I see you out there. Good vibes to you, my friend. Always good vibes. All of you guys, Mr. Bruce Harvey, thank you for being here. Uh, I woke up. I woke up with a burr in my saddle this AM. I've been acting a fool since early today. It'll happen sometimes, bro. It'll happen, man. Them burrs too. Sometimes he can't hardly shake them, man. I do know. I know what you mean, though. I do. Sometimes, man, I think some days for me, I feel like it was just set in stone. Like this is like it was going to be like no matter what I done, it was going to do this. It was like it was going to be something craziness was going to go on. And there's days I feel that way. Like no matter what, so I might as well just embrace it. Just embrace the suck and take it. I've just been moody as a pregnant. WTF? Hey, it happens, man. Honestly, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. There's times where that I'm mad, and I have to try to sit and think about why I'm mad, and then I get mad because I can't figure out why that I feel mad. It's like what what do, just happens, man. It just happens. Just take your big deep breath. Let her go, man. Let her go. This the way it has. This the way it has to be sometimes, man. Because sometimes you just know, and sometimes, as a self-awareness kind of guy, and as a self-aware man yourself, sometimes we just need a space. Like my family respects me enough and loves me enough to know that, man, my alone time and my time, like in my little room here by myself and stuff. That's I need. I need that space. I have to have it, and they give it to me, thankfully, because I have to. Like sometimes, like the option of me being around people. I'm a peckerwood. Like the best thing for me to do is to just not be around nobody at the time, or like I'm the kind of dude that like, when I wanna be left alone, I just wanna be left alone, and the last thing I want is, "Hey, bro, is everything alright?" Or "Hey, you wanna talk about it?" Or, "Hey, yo," or and it's like, "Are you okay?" And it's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just working some shit out right now, and but you in my ear asking me about how I'm doing and all it ain't helping me none. It's making me slip." I know exactly, man. Like, yeah, I'm good. If you'll just leave me alone, love you. Don't talk to me. Eh. Now, me and my wife, man. I mean, I wonder if it's me needing space, but why can't I just ask for space instead of acting a fool and pissing people off so they just leave me alone, man? I was fucked up as a football bat. Ah, man, nah, nah, nah. You're one of the coolest down to earth people that I know. So I'm gonna say it like this, man. That's just part of who you are, and being that you're aware of it sometimes, maybe then maybe it's one of them things where the people that really matter in your life or that care, maybe it's just one of those things that when you're not angry about it and when you're not in your feelings over it, maybe it's one of those things that you need to just speak up for yourself and say, look, guys, there's going to be times when I just need to be left alone. That doesn't mean I don't like it, doesn't mean I don't love it, just means exactly that. I need to be left alone, need my space. Oh, you know, uh, cause ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Uh, if it's me, dude, I can tell you that I have to have my lunch. Like I've told you guys before, like I leave out to go outside. Like I don't really care whether I got my phone on me or not because I'm outside. Like I'm not that important. Nobody really wants to talk to me that bad. And nothing I know or any information I have is so important that whatever it is they need from me can't wait till I get in. And as for my son or my daughter or my wife being in an emergency, wherever they may be is far enough away from me that it wouldn't do no good to call dad or call hubby, call 911. So I give myself the out by just like that's my tune out is like I like being left alone sometimes. I like being by myself. I'm one of those kind of people that it's almost in a way I have to be careful not to slip into that and then become just a shit like just bottle up and not fool with nobody. I did that for a couple of years before I got on YouTube there. I mean, you know, uh I stopped going and really messing with people, but I had some things to work out in my own head. I had some things to try to get figured out, man. Like I just didn't need the cloudiness and didn't mean I didn't like those people. It just meant I needed a space. I needed that spot. Like, and you know, sometimes you feel like you walked away from friends or you walked away from things, but at the same time, you know, the phone number's still the same. If they needed me, they can call me. Um, you know, it's not like I'm saying I don't ever want to be around. It's just, dude, I get it, man. Dude, I get it. And it's confusing for those of us that have that little part of us that sometimes just need to be left alone. It's so hard to explain to people that, look, when I say I don't want to be bothered or I don't want to talk to you right now, when I say that does not mean I'm mad. It's so hard for people to understand that. Sometimes it's so hard. Like people need a reason so bad that they'll piss you off to get a reason. And it's like, dude, if you would just back off a little bit and leave me alone, that's all I'm really needing. But they're not happy with that. You have to have a reason. Sometimes I don't have a reason. My reason is because I need to be left alone. I don't feel like fooling with you right now. You know? But it's almost like sometimes people feel like they got to make you mad so that they then know a reason why you're not talking to them. Well, man, I just didn't feel like talking to nobody. But now I don't want to talk to you in particular because you won't leave me the hell alone. I don't know. Take that space though, brother Clint. It's important, man. Take that space if you need it. Uh, it's important, and you're worthy of it. If you feel like you need it, you're worthy of it. Take it. The world, as we know, the world will not stop spinning because you take you a little bit of space for you. Then you, then you come on. Then you come on back. Uh, because it's important, man. It's important. I li- I like I like having, you know, I guess that's the reward of having a long-term marriage now, 17 years is and my friend I've been my best friend's been my best friend for 29 years and you know, it's just nice having those people in your life that you don't owe an explanation to for the person that you are. They just give you that because they respect you and they love you. Um And I think sometimes my wife still wonders. I think she still sometimes don't get it, but she just lets me have that space. Um, I don't think she quite I know she doesn't quite understand what goes on between my ears because I don't sometimes. I'm hyperactive and it's bothered me my whole life with crazy with not crazy thoughts, but just racing thoughts. And she gets that. And I'm so thankful for that because I can't explain the flip in my person sometimes. Sometimes, man, I like as happy as I am, as fun as I love to be, there's that other side that's equally as sad and brokenhearted and confused and trying to figure out stuff. It's equal. It's like you know what I mean? And sometimes, even though you don't mean to, you get a little bit more weight over on that foot that's on the side of that angered part of you, that side that's sad and broke down and miserable. And we're human. You put weight on it, and then you kind of leaning over on that side, and then you just gotta start trying to fight that balance back over and get more weight on the other side. I'm always gonna have that side of me that just needs to be left alone sometimes. It helps me. I just have to have people in my life that won't let me dip into just being left alone, period. Like, you know, having those couple friends that'll send you a quick text or and you know it's not because it's like me and Zach might only text 3 or 4 times in a week. But the 3 or 4 times in a week that we do, it's like, hey bud, hope you're doing good. It's not like questioning, hey man, why ain't you called me? Or hey man, why ain't you done it? Like, yo, I'm living life. That's why. You know, like if that was the way we'd start the conversation, it's just like, hey bro, I hope you're okay, man. I was thinking about you. You know, whatever. And that's awesome. And you see no real reason for the flop. I know sometimes you know what triggers, but then other times it just flops to the freaking flop. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I know exactly what you mean. And it's just one man. It's one of those situations that for me, I know that when I feel that way, my best bet is to not put myself in a position where I'm around other people, because then I will make somebody mad. Then I will step on somebody's toes. Best thing for me to do is go and be by myself for a little bit and let me sulk for a while. Um, because you know, got a little bit of a tongue on me anyway, a little bit of a, you know, a little bit quick to speak my mind. And sometimes when I'm feeling that way, it's like the best thing I could do would just be to go on be by myself so that I don't accidentally speak my mind to everybody. You know what I mean? Because then you wind up saying things that, yeah, you really mean it, but you didn't quite mean it as mean as what it come out, you know? Like it's taught me a valuable thing with Courtney, you know, of learning that, you know, just because what you're saying is true does not mean you got to be a dick. And I've started to realize over time in the past few years that, you know, the way that we say things and the way that we word things, that it's okay to soften the blow sometimes. You don't have to be a jackass just because you know you're right or or you know that it's the truth or whatever. And you know, I try real hard these days to like try to make sure that even if I'm, you know, even if I know that what I'm saying is probably not going to be liked by who I'm saying it to or whatever, then I try to soften that. But like don't ask me for an honest opinion if you really don't want to know. That's the worst thing you can do to somebody like me, is because I'm going to tell you the truth. So, you know, if you're not willing to hear uh an honest answer, then don't ask the question. Just say, "Hey, tell me how good I am." Okay, well, I can make up some bullshit, say how good you are. Don't say, "Well, hey man, tell me about how you really feel." That's a different question, ain't it? That's a totally different thing. Um, you know, so I just encourage you, brother, go get you some, yep, find you that little spot in the woods and go put one up in the air and listen to the birds chirp. And believe it or not, you sound like my mother. Don't ask if you don't want to know. That's right. I I totally agree. I totally agree with it, and it's something my mom would have said. I can tell you that for sure. Matter of fact, she might be in the chat. I don't know. But you know, if you don't want to know the answers, then don't ask. You know, don't ask for it. But I am learning though over time that the way that like I have a sharp tongue sometimes. And I don't mean to hurt people or don't mean to say things in such a rough, like straightforward kind of way, but I do. So finding the balance between not blowing sunshine up people's butt or being fake and but yet still being able to say what's on my mind has been a trick for me. Because there is easier ways to say, tell somebody that something's messed up than to just be, you don't have to be a peckerwood all the time. Sometimes you need to be. Sometimes, peckerwood is what, like we've said it on here before, like sometimes a good four-letter word just kind of adds the spice in where needed to get the explanation up across. Well, same difference, man. But once again, I think that you just for those of us that have that moment, and I think we all do at times. Some of us, I think it's a little more extreme than others. Man, when you feel that, then get that space, bro. You deserve it. You deserve that space, and there ain't nobody should tell you otherwise. If that's the best way you deal with it, is to give yourself some space, then you deserve that space. Just like somebody else in the world may deserve to have someone to talk to. I think all of us deserve to have someone to talk to when we need to. Well, no more deserving than someone that just needs to be left alone or needs some space. It's okay. It's all right to have that. At least I'm not, I don't know nothing about anything. I just know for me, I don't feel bad by requiring my personal time. I give a lot of my time away. I give my time to the people that's in my life and the people around me. I give it to them because I want to. Um, and I take the time that I need when I need it. Because, there's times when you just need that checkout. You need that for me, getting out and going and doing something completely by myself. And I do not call having my phone in my pocket by myself. I'm sorry. That's not my classification of being alone. When I want to be left alone, I want to go take a walk. I want to leave the phone at the house. I want to go ginseng or I want to go do something that don't have me tied like I'm on a leash, because that's all this phone has become in the world is a big old leash, and it's a crutch. Like we can't even go. I like my I I tell the story, like I know for a fact that there's about the store out here is only about 4.5 miles. Well, I know people right now that if they got in the car and started out the road and got 2 miles out the road and figured out that they left their phone, they'd turn around to come drive 2 miles back to get their phone, to drive the 4 miles out to the store to get whatever they were going to get and then come back. That's how, tied to it is. And I understand that it happened, but I'm trying not to let that happen to me. I'm trying to just like there's that checkout time for me. So weird, all this soul searching and healing I've been doing for 20 years and I'm still as nutty as squirrel shit. Hey, well, and I think it's always gonna, dude, always gonna have those moments, man, where you take your foot, you may not fall, but your foot short of sliding, it jerks you back a little bit. And as soon as you find yourself and you got your little bit of a foothold, then you just take a foothold and you get you another go at it. Um, you know, we're never going to be. It's never going to be what you call fixed. Nothing. No, it's a work in progress, man. It's how long you stay down. It's not whether you hit the ground or not, because we're going to hit the ground. It's how long you stay down in the proverbial uh sense. Um, but I think that I'm sending good vibes out to you, man, and I'm praying for that. I'm praying for that peace for you, and I know that you'll find it. It's out there. Go listen to the birds for a little bit. Go get you some fresh air and walk around for a little bit. and I bet that you're gonna find yourself relaxing and getting right on back into the swing of things, man. That's the way it works, man. We get up and strike out sometimes, and then we wait for our turn at bat, and we get up and give it another go, and you kind of forget about the bat before. And you just give it another swing. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna find that. Believe it or not, you sound like I if you don't want to know the answer to the question, don't ask it. Well, those are the kinds of people in my life that I look for. Uh, you know, the honest, like my best friend. I know that if I was talking to him about something, whether he knew I was going to like the answer or not, I know I'm going to get what he truly thinks. Not the sunshine that he has prepared to blow up my backside, but he's gonna give me the honest, um, his honest review or opinion or whatever. Um, and I can dig that. I can dig that. I like that. Um, because you find after the sting goes away that you actually know something more than you did before you asked the question. When you get that sunshine blowed up your butt, after you get that feel good feeling and you realize that, man, I didn't learn shit. They just told me what I wanted to hear. You know, didn't really grow at all. It's kind of like me going to my mama and saying, "Mama, I wrote a new song and I'd like for you to critique it for me so that I can do better." My mom tells me every song I write's good. Well, I know that's horseshit. I know that. She's my mom though, and she loves me. So I know that, like, okay, you said it was a good song now. And on the same token, it I think that if it was a vulgar song or something that was nasty, my mom would be the first one to be like, "Why are you even saying that? That's stupid." You know what I mean? Like, but as far as like if I write a song and it's a good worded song or I do a good job, yeah, mom's gonna be like, "Yeah, well, yeah, that's nice." She's not gonna break it down or critique it or anything like that. But she's being nice to me. But sometimes nice doesn't grow nothing, you know what I mean? Takes a little sunshine, a little bit of rain, takes some wind, takes all that stuff, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, it is a good friend. Yeah, when you get those honest reviews of yourself. And like I say, man, I think one of the best things about, having friends that are honest like that is also knowing that you don't owe them an explanation for how you feel. Because sometimes I just ain't got a reason. I don't know why I'm pissed. I don't know why I want to throw some shit. I just know I do. And they understand it. And that to me is like that's my friends. That's the ones I don't owe them no damn explanation. I don't owe them an apology because I wasn't Mr. Talkative or Mr. Giddy yesterday or whatever the hell it was. Uh, they just want me to get over things and move on and be back. No explanation required. Like, bro, we get it. That's my buddies. That's my friends. Is knowing that I don't owe no explanation for how I felt because sometimes I can't explain it. Ain't got no reason. Just feel that way. And it's all right. It's all right to feel that way. What makes you feel bad is when you have those folks that require the explanation in the name of, are you okay? Well, yeah, that's not helping. Yeah. If anything, you're making my blood pressure go up. Now, instead of me hearing your voice, I hear this loud ringing in my ear. And I can kindly taste a little bit of a copper taste in my mouth because I'm biting down so hard. But other than that, I'm feeling a whole lot better. Thank you. Uh, could you get me a towel to wipe my face off with too? Maybe a small hug when you get back. Mm. Maybe we could all skip through the flower field out here, frolic together, sunshine. Guys, good vibes to you guys, my friends. I'm coming up on almost 3 hours of stream time. I didn't even mean to be on here this long, but it was rainy and nasty, so it's been a great visit, great conversation. Um, you know, so I feel like we've been all over the place today. What a wonderful conversation. But Monique, thank you very much for being here and hanging out and giving some feedback. I love that. And Gen X, man, I'm thinking of you, man, and you know just sending up some good vibes for you, man. Just sending up some good vibes for you, and just got you in my just I got you on my radar. I'm thinking of you, man. Uh, but you holler if need be. I'll put that there, and you do what you want with it. Just know that it's available. But I appreciate you coming in and just being here with me, man. Monique, thank you, and Karen, Suki, thank y'all. You guys have been awesome today, man. What a great conversation. Love, appreciate you being here. Miss Patty, thank you, and AB, thank you. All of you guys. What the Quack. Good vibes to our friend What the Quack. I appreciate you being here. Let's see, Mr. Bruce Harvey. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you being here for sure, man. Matiko Dillard, and I got Miss Steph. I see you there. And Pretty Heart Conqueror back up at the top. But five of you is in the house with me and just hanging out. I appreciate that. Been a great conversation. Thanks for hanging with the oh man. Yeah. Thank you guys, man. What you don't owe me no thanks, Miss Patty. It's my pleasure. I'm glad to be on here and able to do this. Um yeah, man. Yeah, Monique, Miss Patty, brother Gen X, man. I'm thinking of you, man. Good vibing. Tomorrow, 11 to 1, Guy and Shine. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Guy and Shine and a little bit of sweet tea. Uh, and that's where all the community can gather from all the different pages. It will be shared to my page and Shine's page and Tommy's page. But if you're interested in being in with all the chat and being with everybody, then we're trying to get everybody over to that particular page so that you have that opportunity. We don't care about where you listen from personally. That's your choice, but if you wanna be a part of the community chat and be a part of the entire thing where you can see what everybody else is saying, then we encourage you to come to at Guy and Shine. We're also gonna be, Instagram, and I believe we're gonna also be able to be going to X. So, yeah, shout out to brother Tommy for helping us, kinda get things lined out and get some organization behind what we have going on and reaching different platforms and stuff like that. But we'll be sharing more of that with you guys along the way, and keeping everybody up to date and everybody posted on the new upcoming things that we got happening. But always good vibes to all of my beautiful people. I appreciate you guys being here. My name is Guy. This is Creating Change. Please like, subscribe, share if you feel so led. If not, I really don't care. I just appreciate you guys being here and just being a part of the good vibes and just a part of my community. So I appreciate y'all. This is a little song I wrote called Slow It On Down, Brother Clint. Slow it on down, my man. I appreciate you guys. Miss Patty, Monique, Pretty Heart Conqueror, all of you, AB, everybody, Mr. Harvey. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so very much. What the Quack? Always good vibes to you, my friend. Y'all have a great day. See you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I've been in a hurry since I don't know when. Gotta bring it on back. Start over again. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old page. The kind where a guy like me wins a race. Yeah, slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old page. The kind where a guy like me wins the race. Well, I got me a woman, yeah, she's better than most. Yeah, I get the space I need to really cut loose. Yeah, she slows it on down to a nice old pace. The kind where God like me when to raise. You slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where God like me when to raise. Slow it on down. Take the time it takes to take a real good look around. Yeah, I'll bring it on back to a nice old pace. The kind where God like me when to raise. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it on down, guys. Good vibes only to you. Always good vibes. Always good vibes on to all of my beautiful people out there. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.